He's starting to make this Defender look like it's gone through the Halfords factory for Land Rovers. What do you give a car with 750 horsepower, big tyres, an 8-speed gearbox and a crazy driver? Hi guys, I'm Dave, for those of you who don't know me, and welcome to the Mahker Workshop. Today I'm going to show you around what's going on in the workshop, what's new and what's old and what's progressing basically. Meet Project Ed, it's already starting to grow legs and we've already probably had about half a ton of rust fall off it. So it's going to be a learning curve, and Jacob's balls deep, getting rid of the rust. Come in here. So we started this project because the customer wanted to go 4 inches back with his second row seats because he's got some long-legged kids, a bit like me, you know, we don't fit in the back of these things. So we're modifying it back for him. And Jacob's had the task of cutting the floor out, and basically we're trimming the floor back 4 inches. This is going back 4 inches, allowing the seats to go back 4 inches. But we've uncovered a nightmare. And what have you found, Jacob?
Loads of rust and loads of rusty parts.
So we've got seized bolts. Every bolt we've nearly had to cut off. But this is having our blast treatment, so we're going to get in here and blast it. So we're taking the doors off to allow easier access. And yeah, but this is an example how a project can grow legs and we can go past our expected time. So please be patient, guys, because these cars aren't always what they seem to be. So here's an update on this project. This is the 6.6 litre LX3. So this engine is 6.6 litres, 600 horsepower, coupled to an 8 HP 70. So this gearbox is from things like, it would normally be coupled to the back of like a BMW, something like a 335D in the new X5 or X6, something like that. And this one came out of a Hellcat. So it's designed for handling over 800 horsepower, an absolute monstrous transmission, and the shift changes are so crisp, it's unbelievable. So this is going to be our choice for the ultimate powerhouses going forward. Just listen to this. There's no replacement for displacement. So that is the Dakota Digital. We fitted these to a number of cars now and we love these. They've got all the information that's required, things like oil pressure, obviously fuel, miles per hour, you've got battery things on there, and you can almost diagnose if there's any issue with the cars from the dash alone.
And what's happening to this vehicle next?
So this is heading to Retro. Retro Automotive, for those who don't know them. They're like ourselves, they build classic looking Defenders. I think they do full restorations. So we've done this bit for them, so the mechanicals, and they're going to put the body on and then bring it back to us.
looking a bit fresher, Dave.
Yeah, so here we are. This is the black 110, belongs to our customer Lee, and this car came in with a very crusty undersides.
Everything above the chassis has been done and modified, but he's put it to us to tidy up the crust and the rust.
So Lee spent some money on having the outside refreshed and tidied up and machine polished and painted, and we've done our best we possibly can on the underside, and I'm really proud of this one, and Bruno and the lads have done a fantastic job. If you just look at this, so she's pretty damn immaculate. Like, the tank's clean, under here's clean, and now we're going for the full Gwyn Lewis treatment. So we've gone rear mud flaps, dirt shields, mud shields, what you want to call them. We've painted the guard on this one, the axles have been off, and while it's been off, we noticed that there was a lot of play in the rear axle. So I give Lee a call and said, look Lee, you need to upgrade, and Lee wants to have an LT1 with me sometime in the future. So I recommended that he had a pegged rear diff, so I gave Tom a call at Winchester and went, Tom, I know you've got a big waiting list, so can I have one of my diffs early from like a future build? So we stole one of those. Tom got that down to me, so thanks again to that, Tom. And of course, we picked up on a rotten exhaust system, so we've got new exhaust, and lots of nice things. There's a nice ORE rear step on this, and I really do love this car. So Lee spent some good money with me, so I quite happily say this car is signed off by me, and it's going to last, God, another 20, 30 years, I want to say. So what we've got here, these are Gwyn's, I think he's had these out for about a year now. These are his front wing mud shields. And I love these because so many people spend fortunes on stainless steel bumpers, powder coated bumpers, especially these ones, DRLs, and we've got some parking sensors here, guys. In order to look after your front bumper, guys, I'm sure many of you don't want to see the powder coating chewed away, and the salt and stuff that these big tyres throw up against, this is a great addition. So I want to say, I think they're under like £50, and they're a DIY thing. You could fit these on your drive, guys. They literally bolt on, no drilling required. Great addition, so another top product there, Gwyn. And I need some commission off Gwyn soon, because I think I'm selling all his products for him. What do you give a car with 750 horsepower, big tyres, an 8-speed gearbox and a crazy driver? What we're going to give him is TracTive. So after fitting these on my own 90, I've fallen in love with them. So I got hold of Steve and I said, Steve, do you do like a big guy shock, as in like something that's going to handle big axles, big power? And he said, Dave, we do. Anyway, he sent me a link, and probably an hour later, I'd placed the order, and these had come through. So what do you think of them? They're beautiful, and there's a lot of billet involved in these, and you guys know what I think about billet. It's hard anodized. They're just beautiful. So there you have it, guys. These are going to be going on. This is Project Move Over. There's lots of billet. Just look at that front drive system on this LT4. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got the ATI super dampener on the front, and those of you in the engine building world know exactly what they do. I just love this billet work, it's just beautiful. And what does come with these TracTive shocks is stainless steel turrets, and they're going to look fantastic when you look inside the wheel arch against all the contrasting components. And what Gary loved the most is the fact that the orange on the remote reservoir matches his rocker cover and his inlet plenum. So as a Defender builder, rust really irritates me, especially on parts that have been fitted for 3 weeks. Liam dry stores his car and it goes on the road only in dry weather. because he is a perfectionist when it comes to protection, looking after his car. So he's asked me for some of the stainless steel items, which are these, because they'll never corrode and they'll never turn nasty. Yes, they're probably 3 times the price of these, but these are just rubbish. And when Liam sent me a photo of his car with those on, I was speechless and I thought they're coming straight off. So now he's called me the Defender consultant and he doesn't want to buy crap anymore. So they're going on today and that's already on. So this very black Defender 90, which is currently dirty, which I'm sure Liam's not going to be impressed about when he looks at this video. Anyway, belongs to a good friend of mine, Liam. He owns a company called UBV. They're based in St Helens and they are the masters of car care and protection and detailers. I've currently sent him my blue Bowler 90 and I've also sent him my Discovery after the finish is just amazing, guys. And I drove it down the lane on the way home. It's plastered in muck and most people have seen my Discovery and think, Dave, you should wash that car. You can't even read the plate most of the times, let alone see the rear lights. Anyway, now he does this coating, and I'll show you some videos of this car, obviously on his social media, and he's going to go mad at me for doing what I just did. But it's amazing, like the finish and the ceramic coatings that he's developed, they just work, and you literally just flush them off with some water and soap, and his obviously car care. So I would highly recommend that if you get your Defender, especially built by me, or maybe not built by me, get it to Liam and get it protected, because his technology and coatings are just world class. But anyway, back to it. So yeah, Liam's contacted me, he's got this Defender and I gave him a couple of bollockings because he's starting to make this Defender look like it's gone through the Halfords factory for Landrovers. He stuck a snorkel on it, he stuck this roof rack on it, and I went, Liam, I said, you've made it look like every other 90 on the road. So he was like, right Dave, I'm gonna listen to you. We're taking all the stuff off that was already rusting and we've taken the bumper off that's just naff. We've took the side rails off that are naff. It's getting some Mahker branding and some Mahker love, so check out the front bumper. And of course, I wouldn't give him any other winch other than a red winch. We love these winches, guys. They're the strongest monsters out there. They're a big lump of chunky billet that just looks sexy. And of course, I've given him the puck, because that's dead classy. And we've given him one hell of a tough bumper here. He wants to go for the tough, rugged expedition look. And if you look under here, you can see this is what Liam's about. So look how immaculate that engine bay is. It's cleaner than the outside, which is a rarity in the Defender world. So there you have it, the car's getting transformed, and see the results later.
The ramp up the lift. Lift it up at top. My
Pete, what is this we've just put into this Land Rover?
It's a Chevy V6 engine. I'm not sure of the exact model, but Dave will tell you. And it's also got a Quaife sequential gearbox. Something a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm not sure we've seen the sequential in a Defender here before.
I've never seen one. They're more of a racing type thing, but something very cool.
So we've not put one of these engines into one of these chassis before.
Nope.
Talk me through what you're having to do to get it mounted.
Put the engine in roughly first. Then if you can see here, made some plates up. these mounts here, then put the engine back in, took it out obviously, put it back in, and now I'm just lining everything up and finishing them.
Just that
So we've got something very unusual here. This is Series 3 lightweight, and what we're currently grafting in here is a 4.3 litre LV3 V6. Yes, you heard it right, a V6. So this is 285 horsepower at the box, and we've coupled it, to look down there, this is a sequential 6-speed gearbox. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be a bit trial and error to start off with what ratio transfer case we're going to need. We're going to start off with a 1.3 because we all know series are very, very low geared. Tom's building me a heavy duty diff for the back end. The front we're just going to see if it hangs in there. I think this is going to be a very fun thing. That engine up front is made by GM. This is a low mile engine that we found and sourced from the States. Gearbox is from our friends at Quaife. We've done a power steering conversion. That's going to be hopefully spot on. Yeah, so keep following for a very interesting conversion. This is going to go like no other series has ever gone before. So project this week is Project Cagney. So Project Cagney is going to be a very unique build. It's going to be a 330D with a 6-speed auto, and we've literally just fitted these tyres to the rims. And this is our latest 18-inch brake kit. So we've been developing brakes for some time now, and I want to say it's probably the sorest subject because we've gone with 3 or 4 different billet suppliers, machine shops, all sorts of issues. And machine shops are a right pain in the ass where they let us down. They say, yes, we can keep up with your lead times. Yes, we can do this. So we sit down with their drawing guy, we come up with a plan, we give them what we need to do, and then they let me down. But anyway, I've got a fantastic company on board now. They never let me down. They've been delivering things back to back, 3-week lead times, keeping my customers happy and obviously keeping me happy. And this kit, I'm really proud of it. So if you want an 18-inch brake kit upgrade, we do the fronts and we do the rears. The rears are coming next week. And the best bit is these wheels look fantastic over the top of them, which I'm going to demonstrate in a moment. This is the Aston Martin Green. I can't wait to get this body on. We're literally just waiting for some air ride components to arrive next week. And then the body is going to meet the chassis. And this is going to fly together. We've got all the parts already painted. It's been a project that's been in the making for some time now. We've just been waiting on parts. There's been a severe lack of, I want to say, delays when it comes to this build because there's so many exotic parts going into it. We're going to be going with 2.65 pre-runner shocks. We're going with airbags. It's having the bells and whistles, and it's going to be a naughty 400 horsepower. So we always like to do a clearance test to make sure caliper and bell clears, and just check that out. I love this combination, so it's black, discreet, with a cheeky bit of AP racing writing. Anyway guys, it's been another busy week, and I'm going to say goodbye, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.